It is not a secret that women are hard to satisfy. About 50% of marriages end in divorce, and about 70% of those divorces are initiated by women. Do you feel like keeping a woman satisfied is a big challenge? I can assure you that it is normal to feel that way because even the big celebrities often feel that way. In this video, I'm gonna answer 3 big questions. Is it possible to have a woman that never complains? What do I need to do to have her never complain? And does it work with all women? But first, let me tell you a story about my first relationship and how it went down. I was 18 at the time, and for the first time in my life, I felt like I could say I had a girlfriend. I was very excited and I was eager to give her the world. So I did. I spoiled her. I drove her back to her place after class every day for years. I paid for everything. I always treated her like a princess and always tried to cater to her needs. The problem was that even though after years of treating her like the princess she was, she still disrespected me on a lot of occasions. I just didn't get that. I wouldn't understand why, after being treated so nicely, why would you give attitude to someone that treats you like that? So I ended the relationship. What I learned many years later down the line was that actually it was my fault for how things turned out. If I had known what I know now, things would have turned out differently. First, is it possible to have a woman that never complains? To answer that question properly, we need to understand why women complain in the first place. Women are naturally feminine and they need to follow the lead of a man. Here are 2 scenarios that might help you understand a little bit better. Let's say John was dating Sarah and everything in the beginning is going fine. John works a full-time job and sees Sarah every other day and every weekend. They go out from time to time, but John never seems to move things forward. Sarah feels like she's wasting her time and negs John more and more over time. John and Sarah breaks up after a couple of years. Now let's talk about Mark. Mark is a driven young man that shoots for the stars. He always gives his best at work and in his relationships because he doesn't want to have any regrets when he gets old. Mark meets Sarah and they start a casual relationship. Over time, Sarah notices that Mark is only getting more and more in shape. She can see that he works harder than any other guy she knows. She starts envisioning a future with Mark, and day by day she's just falling more in love with him. Mark's main focus in life is his purpose, and he never deals with Sarah's attitude because everything he says goes. The reason why women complain is because the man she got herself with is not the man that she hoped he would be. When a woman gets with a man, she is betting on the fact that this man is the best man she can be with. She is betting on the fact that this man is going to lead her to a better life. So the answer to the question is yes, it is possible to have a woman that never complains. What do I need to do to have her never complain? When women complain, they're basically signaling that they don't respect and appreciate you for who you are and what you do. To gain a woman's respect, the first thing you need to do is to gain your self-respect and to not accept what is unacceptable. To have self-respect means to not accept disrespect. When John and Sarah argues, Sarah is not using the proper tones and she is being very disrespectful. John, thinking that it is a communication problem, he wants to sit down with her and talk it out calmly. Sarah just throws more of a tantrum and John feels more disrespected, but he doesn't do much about it. Sarah then feels like John is accepting disrespect and she loses respect for John for not stepping up for himself. They break up shortly after. With Mark, on the other hand, as soon as Sarah becomes a little bit disrespectful and shows some attitude, Mark let her know right away that he does not accept that and that he will not continue the conversation as long as she does not talk to him in a better tone. Once that is said, Mark withdraws himself and gives Sarah less attention because he does not want to stay with someone that does not respect and celebrate him for all the hard work he does and all that he provides. Sarah, even though she feels flustered, can't help but respect John for his ability to walk away from a relationship that does not serve him. In order for your woman to never complain, you need to gain her respect. You need to be intolerant with any attitude she is giving you by letting her know what is acceptable and what is not, by holding back your attention when the lines are crossed. If you maintain high levels of self-respect and boundaries, she won't have a choice to respect you if she wants to stay with you. Does it work with any women? All women are feminine by nature. The feminine energy will always look to follow and be led by the strong masculine energy. As long as you're able to fall back into your masculine essence and draw the lines, you allow her to fall back into her feminine essence. Women are happiest and most fulfilled in their feminine essence. Men are happiest and most fulfilled when respected and being in their masculine frame. As long as you fall back in your masculine, you will allow the woman to fall back in her feminine and she will not complain. Stay focused. Stay real.